Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Steve Kamanapali. One question that I get often from board chairs is how to set up the CEO for success. What are some concrete things that we can do to help out? Well, here are 10 suggestions. Now, I think it goes without saying, selecting the CEO is a critical decision. So retain as much experienced help as you can. If it's possible for you to ask key volunteers or donors who have experience in this area, let them help you. Cast a wide net. Vet top candidates extensively. Don't be afraid to have several interviews. Engage a consultant if you need to, but use an interim or acting CEO rather than making an unwise choice. Here's the thing. Take the time and trouble to find the right person to lead the organization. Number two is make sure that you align the expectations between the CEO and the board. Make sure that you put it in writing, that there's clear expectations, that they understand their role with the board, that there's a personalized compensation package, and that there's procedures for performance evaluations. Now, if you're transitioning, ask a couple people to help you. Don't just do it with one person overseeing the process. Plan for a classy exit for the outgoing CEO and have a memorable reception for the incoming CEO. And if it's appropriate, overlap them. Now, here's two things. Number one, consider the spouse's needs. And number two, anticipate the budget needs to do this right. Number four is I always encourage executive coaching, especially if your new CEO is new to a CEO role. Provide the funds for key meetings, for subscriptions, for books, and other resources that'll help your CEO grow into the position. Number five is collaborate on great board meetings. In other words, have your chair and CEO planned. Make sure that staff reports are given in advance. Make sure that as much as you can, have an engaged and interactive environment where committees can have meaningful work and executive sessions. And make sure that you have governance training for your entire board and your CEO, and it keeps everybody on the same page. Number six is make sure you have a board policy manual. Have one. If your CEO or staff draft policies, only the board determines whether or not it will become a policy. Review and improve that board policy manual every meeting. And that is the distinguishing point between governance and administration. Number seven is make sure that you communicate on your progress. Make sure that your CEO communicates on the progress of the organization. The board wants a clear plan of what's happening monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. You could use Zoom or Skype or informal one-on-one conversations with the CEO or telephone calls with the board members. Improve the director involvement by wearing that governance hat and the volunteer hat. Now, with regards to CEO evaluations, make sure that you do them annually every year. And periodically, I'd say every 2 to 4 years, do a 360 and refine those expectations as needed. Number 9 is succession planning. I want you to think of it in terms of doing that succession planning early in the CEO's tenure. Anticipate all the eventualities. Review a written plan annually, but don't allow for the crisis to come and then you're hit unprepared. Finally, something that you have to do within the culture of your organization is to build the trust relationships. That's one of honesty, forgiveness, encouragement. Follow protocols. Make sure the board stays out of management and the CEO is a partner in your governance. Pray together. Resolve differences quickly. Focus on the mission. Now, I've shared with you a lot of ideas, but out of all of these ideas that I've shared with you, what's the number one action point that you guys need to focus on in your board meeting? I hope you have a great board meeting and that you'll implement some of these items in your board life or your organization real soon.